Hello everyone and welcome to beautiful West Virginia. We're here for the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup from Snowshoe. One of the absolute best venues of the season. Crowd here, absolutely superb. Track really, really different. A full weekend's worth of racing for you. The junior women are going to get us underway with the downhill very, very shortly. My name's Rick McLaughlin. Joining me in the booth for this one is Cedric Gracia. Cedric, it's great to be in the USA, isn't it?
Oh, hello everyone. So good to be in the United States. In a crowd. Beautiful. Look how beautiful it is.
We couldn't see this scene for a lot of the week in the build up to this. Mist clung to this place for 4 or 5 days, but now it has revealed the stunning hills of West Virginia, Pocahontas County, excuse me. It's never looked prettier, just as autumn starts to turn things red and brown. Let's take a look at the overall standings then for the junior women's. Valentina Rojas Sanchez, the Colombian, leads the way, 10 points clear of Lisa Bouladou of France, so all to play for still amongst these top riders. Erice van Leuven, what can she do today? Went unbelievably quickly in qualifying yesterday. Leigh Bonor, Sasha Ernest, Emma Aiten, Rebecca Amy Kenyon, Sasha Mills, Taylor Ostgaard, Vanessa Petrovska rounds out the top 10. But still, really, as I say, in terms of overall title, right at the sharp end of things. But yes, big story yesterday. Erice van Leuven winning qualifying by 14.8 seconds, Cedric.
I was on the side of the track and let me tell you, I was so blowing away how fast the little women are going. It's amazing.
Yeah, Erice van Leuven, so spectacular on the bike, and we'll see her coming up shortly. But let's check out the track, Snowshoe. Cedric, talk us down this one then. Some small changes.
Small changes, really fast at the top, kind of bike park. We're entering after those 2 double drop into the wood section, which is a little bit dry so far. But when you go to the bottom of the track, in another woods, it looks like it is something there. We don't understand. It's still wet. Wet, slippery, rocks everywhere. It's a huge rock garden. You get out of the line, you're off track.
Yeah, really the story of the second half of this track, and it's where so much time here is found traditionally during the racing here in West Virginia. Sasha Ernest will get us underway shortly. Then it's Ronka, Cushman, Aiten, Bonor, Kenyon, Ostgaard, Roa Sanchez, the overall leader, Bouladou, Erice van Leuven. Fascinating to see what the Commensal Lesor rider from New Zealand can do after that stunning 14.8 second winning margin in qualifying yesterday. They don't come much bigger than that.
No, that's a good run, that's for sure, you know. And it's really hard to don't make mistakes. Like, we repeat myself a lot today, but those bottom section, it's just so hard to keep the bike in a straight line.
Yeah, Taylor 2 halves this track here. Cedric says top half sort of bike parky, relatively mellow and gradient, and then whenever it gets into the steep section, you come off that drop, the double drop, into the woods on entry. It really steepens out, gets really, really rocky. There is Sasha ready to get us underway, the New Zealand national champion.
It get darker as well in this last wood section, super dark, and start to be a lot of crowd. You know, it's out here. America, it's loud, flags everywhere, and it's like for a rider, that's what you want to see, you know.
Yeah, the US crowd, so fantastic, so really underserved in terms of to watch UCI World Cup racing over the years, and whenever we do come here, I mean, we're 4 hours away from anything here in Pocahontas County, and the crowds flock here in their tens of thousands. And they were here for the short track, junior short track yesterday evening.
And don't forget, I mean, that's a 2 last race of the season. I mean, like, if you want to do something or make it happen, it's right now. Because after race in Canada, then you better give like everything you got. Now it's like the last block.
Do you know what else as well? It's silly season now. Who's riding for who? It's all started.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Whenever you arrived last night, we spent 20 minutes talking about the different rumours that we have heard around the pits and different WhatsApp groups of what bike next year. But here is Sasha Ernest then, getting us underway for our first look at the track here in Snowshoe, West Virginia at the UCI Downhill World Cup. Crosses the road gap.
You see how aggressive she is, and right away out again, even if it's bike park and look like an easy corner, you need to crank so hard. A little mistake today is going to be some big consequences.
Big gap through those trees. It's become such a quintessential image of this place as we jump on board the live drone and follow Ernest into the woods.
You see the back wheel, huh? That's why it starts to be a little bit greasy here in those wood section. You see the back wheel dancing around. I have nothing to do about having the wrong tires or the wrong suspension. It's just the way it is. Here, it's slippy.
It's been so hard to judge this track all week. We've seen it really, really wet at the start of the week, and then it's dried out the last couple of days, but so densely wooded, the bottom section of it doesn't get a lot of sunlight, doesn't get a lot of wind to dry it, so there's definitely big wet patches in here. Let's watch Ernest through this first big rock section, Cedric.
Yeah, that's two rock section. There's two lines there. She took the inside a lot better. It's going to decimate all your speed into those momentum. You have to carry the speed, use your bike, you know, pumping a lot. You know, you have to save a lot of energy because where it's going, it's coming soon. Then all this, you don't want to lose time, be aggressive. Oh, she's sitting down there.
Sitting down. I wonder if there's an issue, or is she just saving her legs slightly for this bottom section?
I mean, it's quite flat from the start there, and you're standing on the top of the pedals, you're doing like squats, and I mean, it must hurt. You see the bike dancing like this. It's not because like she have, you know, overpressure on the tires or having the wrong tires. It's just the way it is. Doesn't matter what tire you will use there.
Sasha Ernest are just getting bobbled on the entry into that rock garden. Here's one of the bigger ones. You can see just how tricky it is. And now this massive double drop. She just goes around the outside of that first bit, takes on the second bit.
That's a good line. I saw a lot of guys doing that line as well. I mean, two options there. You see it. You see the bike, like this is really steep. It's really hard to control the bike. And we saw a couple of videos today from Donny Hart, like you just showed me. Oh, if you guys want to see a treat, go on his Instagram, because we replayed like 5 times.
It's unreal, yeah. He just scanned, he flicked the bike through it, got the back end out for what must have been 10 foot or so, and then slammed it round the corner. Ernest now, though, down towards the bottom of the track in this big, big rock section. Look how much he's getting thrown around.
That's really hard here to carry the speed. That's what I was telling about, keeping the momentum here. Really important to still have some energy. Look ahead, try to avoid those big boulders, big rocks, just to don't stop the bike, because you have to crank after it, because if you look all the speed here, it's like 2 or 3 lines there. It's hard to see from there, but you see the bike having a hard time to find the grip. And it is the speed. The speed is your friend today on house kindness condition. You need to try to keep your bike rolling. Your bike rolling, it's a lot better. It's like the same going over the routes. Faster you go over those critical sections, better it is mentally.
Sasha Ernest absolutely stunned the downhill world with her performance in Val di Sole Trentino earlier in the season. She is one of those riders that is in a lot of people's conversations around the silly season about who's going to be riding where next year.
Yeah,
but just in a pad there in her shoulder, still staying seated.
I don't see. Oh, she's not dirty. I mean, those jumps at the bottom are so hard. It is couple big doubles. In practice, I was on the side, and I mean, they're huge. Really? And it's really high speed. I saw like
really fast.
Yeah. I saw the juniors there. We couldn't believe how fast they was going.
Ernest heads out there, just looking down there. I wonder if there has been an issue with that Trek bike as she heads down towards the finish line and stops the clocks with a 4:20.381. So that is, I just wonder if there was a slight issue there with the looking down at it quite a lot. But we are off and running back at the top with the first of our US riders today.
Oh, did good there. Like she carried enough speed to avoid to have the bike going all over the place. That's really good, but still 8 seconds back.
Abigail Ronka,
split number 3.
She's had an issue somewhere by the looks of that split time. So Van Leuven's fastest time was a 4:07 yesterday.
Look how hard, different line here. You see, like she opened, like because it's a really tight corner, really hard with roots everywhere.
Super
like she opened it, yeah, super awkward.
But on the pedals, much more aggressively than we saw Ernest. So Ronke trying to make some time back now. A second back. Just a second back, so she's made some big inroads.
She did it. She looked good on this root section. 47.9 kilometers on the speed trap.
Nearly 50 kilometers an hour for Abigail Ronke. As she heads out into the open, she'll turn right. Then it's just the big gap jump.
Definitely had that section down.
And then down the super steep finish straight. Ronke crosses the line and goes second, 7/10 back. So
well, I mean, she was 8 back on sprint number 3.
Yeah,
I mean, what a hard work she did
from Ronke. As Kale Cushman leaves the Star Hut.
Oh, I like that. That was
super
aggressive. I like that.
Aggressive start to proceedings for Cushman. We saw Loic Bruni warming up earlier on this morning. He was going for the full pedal right in that left-hander. So.
And that corner is kind of tight.
And Cushman's fastest in the first
nice
split.
one. Split number 3. She's in the green.
Nearly a second faster. Cushman going well here.
Oh, doing good there. She let the bike play. I mean, she's not squeezing the bike with her knee. I think that's really important. You know, you don't want to block the bike doing what the bike had to do. Really important to don't stop the bike as well, because obviously if you stop it, you have to crank it. It's almost impossible to pedal hard in the rocks. Oh, 7 seconds!
7 seconds faster than the fourth split now. The main native is on her way here.
Oh, and she's throwing some big style.
Yeah, downhill's so strong. Such a strong scene on the east coast of the US at the minute. 43 kilometers an hour there, so slightly slower than we saw previously from Ronke. But Cushman stands on the pedals, heads down towards the drop. There's not much she can do now. The bike hasn't gears as she heads towards the line. Cushman down the line. Cushman goes fastest by 7.2 seconds. Kale Cushman, take a bow.
7 seconds. She was so hungry at the end. She was spinning, I don't know, 120 minutes.
That is not nothing as we see Emma Eiten, the first for European riders this afternoon from Switzerland, leaves the Star Hut.
I love the way American riders when they're home like this. It's like
you cannot count against them. You can't count them out.
It's insane. Sprint number 3, 6.6 back for Emma Eiten from Switzerland.
Yeah, 7th in quali yesterday for Eiten.
You can see it's not as fluid. That was the American woman. You can see she's fighting a lot more.
Yeah, Eiten, she's had a load of top 5s this year already. Just catches, threatens to on clip with her left shoe there, but manages to keep it in the pedal.
You know, in this kind of second, you lost the front. You see, it could happen so quick when you're a little bit under speed. That's when it gets dangerous.
Yeah.
That's why you try to see everyone to try to just go as fast as they can here.
Yeah, and the old maxim, never look at the tree, because that's where you'll end up.
Yeah, exactly, that's a trick.
Eiten then. 6.6 down now at the third split. After that little bobble, she was sort of caught between stations a bit.
Yeah, she's tired. The bike is going all over the place. 16 seconds back on the split number 4.
Yeah, so 10 seconds lost there, really, at the end of that rock garden. And
well, it's not only on that mistake, it's like the whole wood section. I think the last wood section is going to be really, I mean, it's not really the last one because it's a little wood section right there, but the bigger one we just saw, that's where I think you could win or actually lose the race.
It's really all about exit speeds, this track, isn't it, from sections. Across the line in 4th as we look at Le Bonheur.
Look at the drone shot.
The drone doing its best to keep up with Le Bonheur there. Let's see her from the top then, the French rider in the colours of the champion of Europe.
Oh, nice one.
Noses it nicely. 5.4 back at the third split, but
really hard there because it's a big drop, couple rocks at the landing. You're crossing the road and you have to reset for a big section. Like this is a little bit off camber. We don't see it too much there, but those rocks are all over the place. It's not really one line.
Really tricky place to set a bike up as well. A lot of the teams in the pits saying they're actually on settings fairly close to Lenzerheide in Switzerland earlier in the season, where you need the front of the bike to soak everything up and the back of the bike to stay firm enough that it's not getting hung up in things. 4.1 back, so she has found some time, but
yes. 47.7 kilometers on the speed trap. Oh, she's charging, pedaling, really aggressive. Oh, she's spinning a lot. Did she lose the chain? Or, oh, no, she had the problem on the little bit. But now it's all done. It's all good.
Lebanon down the line, crossing it in a 4:20. Goes second fastest, 4.9 back on the time with Kale Cushman, which is looking better with every run. Lebanon currently 4th in the overall.
Yeah, she had a little mechanical there for a little bit. Look.
But as I say, Amy Kenyon for Pink Bike Racing leaves the Star Hut there and wearing the sleeve of the British national champion. Cedric's giving that first quarter the thumbs up.
Yeah, she did a Bruni. She was pedaling all the way. That's what we want to see today. That's what it takes to win this
big gap
Snowshoe.
jump with ease. Has to anchor up slightly to get back online and
wow, that's aggressive. Beautiful. That's aggressive. It's going to pay for sure.
She's 3/10 up at the second split, Kenyon now.
Oh, lost some time on split number 3, 3 seconds.
Yep, time's gone away from her somewhere there.
Doubling clip. Ooh. Yeah, and there, it's so many rocks as well. We can catch you derailer, you pedal, you have to watch out everything. If you make one mistake, you're in clip. Yeah, so hard to clip again.
She did a good job of keeping the bike moving there, Kenyon, despite just being on the saddle. These downhill bikes saddles super low out of the way off the riders to give them maximum room through the steep section. So not easy for Kenyon, but ploughing a nice straight furrow here.
Oh, she was, you see, like she was between two lines there.
That line looking really tricky.
It's really hard. It's really tricky, and it's really one line there. You have to catch the perfect rock to make a corner, and it's so slippery there.
Horrible feeling that, Cedric, as well. You feel the bike going slower and slower, and you can't get a pedal in, you can't get it moving again because there's so much rock.
Yeah, that's why you see all those riders try to pump like they're doing in BMX, just to, you know, to try to get some speed somehow.
7.2 seconds back now for Kenyon from Pink Bike Racing.
48.6 kilometers an hour. The spin is good, but too bad. Like she lost a lot of time on split number 4.
Amy Kenyon heading down towards the line and not the line she would have wanted at the start of the race. 6.5 seconds back for Kenyon. Good enough for third for the time being. Young Scottish rider. Taylor Ostgaard getting ready to leave the Star Hut as we see a replay of Amy Kenyon.
That's what I was saying. You see the
pedal back up again.
Yeah. Second round. Oh, I like the way it's really aggressive right at the start, and I think important.
Here is Ostgaard, as close to a local really as anybody in the field. She's 4 seconds up now, Ostgaard.
Oh, she's doing great there. Look at much speed she's carrying over those rocks. You see, when I say speed is your friend, that's what it is. That's what I meant. You see the bike is rolling, and it look almost easier.
From Selah in Washington, she's 4.1 seconds faster at the third split. Taylor Ostgaard, what a season she's having.
And it's going to, if you keep going that way, it's going to be even more, because that's great there, and this is where it's critical. She needs to carry the speed into that tricky corner there, and after she will be safe.
You have to set up for that from so far out to get the bike
so far. You have to think about like at least 2 or 3 corners before.
Transition Factory Racing continuing to support junior women's downhill. 6.2 now. Taylor Ostgaard on the move.
Tell you, when that wood section is going the right way, it's a lot of time can be made. And this we're going to see all weekend.
Ostgaard 6th last time out in Leger.
Nice one there. You see the way she was whipping on the side, just 50k an hour.
50k, first one into the 50 kilometers an hour club is Taylor Ostgaard from Washington. Over the gap jump now, Ostgaard gets towards the line. Are we going to have a new leader? Taylor Ostgaard goes into the hot seat by 7 seconds.
That's great.
Next up is the overall leader though, Valentina Roa Sanchez. What can she do about that? Taylor Ostgaard. Roa Sanchez in that overall points leaders jersey. Her teammate on Transition Factory Racing.
You see the back wheel there?
Super aggressive start.
Yeah, but that's, I know she showed all the season, she's aggressive on the bike, and every time it's going through, it's paying out. Yeah, that's what she have to do like this. She can maybe afford some mistakes at the bottom.
Nails those 2 drops. Nails those 2 gaps. Excuse me.
No. It's good. We get exciting here in the box.
We are, because it's just such a great racetrack here in Snowshoe, West Virginia.
A little bit steady here. She braked maybe a little bit too much. She tried to get those. That corner is really tricky right there.
Yes, an awkward speed given what you've been riding on before. But Roa Sanchez, the Colombian national champion, she's dropped back now. She's dropped back behind her teammates' time. Ostgaard back in the lead in this one.
Yeah, now that's where all the magic have to happen.
She needs to nail it from here on down, because this is where the time lives on this track.
Exactly, that's the two line we was talking about. Either you go over the drop, like, oh, she's doing halfway.
Nice.
Keep the inside line, and it's another line you can go all around, and it's going to give you a lot more speed. It's like two different lines there, and here as well, two different lines. You can keep the inside with a big off camber, and you're going to be able to exit speed of that big burn.
Really difficult not to drag the brakes too much into that right-hander.
Yeah, especially when you're tired, but exactly what you say. You don't want to drag your brakes there. You want to carry so much speed.
It's such a unique set of conditions here in Snowshoe, and Taylor Ostgaard, she will be familiar with them given where she's grown up riding. Can Roa Sanchez tame the rocks here though?
She's fighting a little bit more, but she's still in the green. But you see, like,
half a second.
She's fighting from now on, but before she did great because she saved some time. But now
you can just see from that last shot how much mud and dirt is getting dragged over those rocks as well, making them even more treacherous.
Oh, she's looking good there in that part. Carrying speed, no over speed, but good, like controlling the bike.
So Roa Sanchez, she's ahead of Lisa Bouladou in the overall by just 10 points. So Taylor Ostgaard.
Oh, inside line over. You see that she took the inside. It was a little bit tricky.
Ostgaard back in 8th for the overall competition, so it's not necessarily her she's racing for the points today, but Roa Sanchez will want to check out with as many as possible, but that exit of that rock section is so difficult. You can see her straight back on the gas now.
Oh, she's on the pedal, but she lost some time.
1.7 back.
That's what I was telling you, like she looked a little bit under speed, but it's maybe still possible, but she needs to charge and clean those big jumps.
Yeah, nearly just outside the 50 kilometers an hour club, Valentina Roa Sanchez.
It's going to be so hard now.
The overall title leader closing in on a hatful more points as she heads down the line. For Valentina Roa from Colombia, what is she going to stop the clocks at? Is she going to go into the hot seat? She goes second, 1.3 seconds outside the time of Taylor Ostgaard. Shakes her head, unhappy with that one.
Big consequences on the wood section. She lost a lot of time there. Like two little mistakes, but at the end, just like she didn't carry as much speed.
That's good to see that the teammates celebrating together. Transition factory racing, always a good time down in that pit. 2 to go then. And here is Lisa Bouladou, the woman who is second in the overall at the time. She'd have to start up.
That was a proper corner.
That was a proper corner.
You could hear, you hear the tires on the ground.
You know it's a proper corner when you hear it, don't you?
Oh.
Just lifts her elbow up over that apex marker, over the big gap jump through the trees. Stays nice and straight now through this gap section.
I love those drone shots. This is good. We see the speed, you see the movement of the rider. You know, this is a big off camber. You see the way she used the terrain. That's really impressive. Thank you. This is awesome.
Bouladou has got better and better as this season's gone on. She's free test. She's in touch. She does a big drop.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop the back there. Ooh, that was a close call there on the first drop.
Don't know if that looked as fast as Roa Sanchez through there.
Oh, she was looking good there. She took a different line.
She's made the speed back up down there, though, by the look of it.
Inside line on that big burn.
The winner second time out in Leogang. Can she chalk another one today here in West Virginia?
Well, it's now. If she want to make the difference, it's now. This is when it's getting critical, where it's slippery, where it's difficult, but be careful. A lot of rocks there, easy to have a mechanical, easy to go offline if you get too hot or under speed.
Just one mistake. She's 2.4 back now, Bouladou, so this is not going to plan despite it looking so good up top.
Well, she's looking pretty good there, but can she make 2.4 though?
Well, we should point out after this we do have Erice van Leuven at the top, who won yesterday's qualifying session ahead of this woman by 14.8 seconds.
Oh, that was good. That section was good though from Bouladou. She have to keep running that way. She's on the good speed right now. Be careful there. That's why it's critical.
Yeah, you can see the bike just up on the edges of those rocks, trying to keep it moving forward.
Yeah, but that looked good.
It's just so
But is it good enough though?
Bouladou now hits the pedals.
Oh, she lost some time. 3.8 on the split number 4. It's just not enough.
3.8 seconds back, and she's running out of technical opportunities to make it back. Bulu 51.1.
Oh, nice one! On a big double, going for it!
Does the big double, hangs it up slightly, but she's made it across it.
51.1 kilometers an hour.
Bulu, what can she do? Can she close the gap on Valentina Roa Sanchez in the overall? Bulu down the line. Third, 2.6 seconds back, so tight behind Roa Sanchez. What a year of racing we're having. The junior women's downhill race. Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Surprising too, because she looked, I mean, she was not super quick in the woods.
Here is the fastest qualifier, the UCI World Champion, Erice van Leuven from New Zealand for Comensal leaves the start hot.
Big gear out of the gate.
Erice van Leuven, what a tough cookie she is. She's been helicoptered off tracks this season. She's had big crashes, Leah Gang earlier in the year, but she's taken a licking but keeps on ticking. What can she do today?
She's looking good and aggressive, that's all I can tell you right now. Inside line there, where everyone was conservative here, she's on the charge.
Nearly 15 seconds fastest yesterday in qualifying.
Wow, she's on the nasal level so far.
She's 3 seconds up in the second sector, we're just hearing. 3 seconds green now for Erice van Leuven from New Zealand as she heads into the steep section.
Different line there, you see she didn't do the double drop, she went all around to carry up more speed. 3 seconds.
3 seconds, there's a confirmation, slams it round that right-hander.
Oh, that's spectacular.
Listen to the crowd. They love that one, Erice van Leuven.
And it's only Friday.
It's only Friday, yeah. Expecting tens of thousands here in Snowshoe.
Good. Oh, that was good. That right hand, that right corner is so tough.
She's got that magic thing for a racer, Cedric, hasn't she? It doesn't matter what the conditions are or what the track's like. 6.2. Has to grab a couple of pedal strokes there after that bubble.
Yeah, because she wanted to get the bike back into the speed she won, because she know if she's under speed, she's going to fight the bike. Wow. And you don't want to fight the bike there. Look at that. She know that. That's why she's full on, full speed, flat out.
That was good through there from Van Leuven.
Oi, 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 oi. This is great.
Into the big rock section now, Erice van Leuven.
Oh, she's doing great. Look, inside line there, that was spectacular. Oh, she's carrying a lot of speed, eh?
And you see she made it across the lat line where so many people bobbled and sort of fumbled their way across to Erice van Leuven, straight into it.
8 seconds or 9? What do you think?
Well, I don't know. It's going to be large.
Oh, she lost a little bit.
5.2, so she's lost time despite looking so fast through there. Shows what we know, Cedric.
Yeah.
Erice van Leuven, though, still comfortable margin here. 5.2 seconds to play with as the track gets faster and faster. Nearly 51 kilometers an hour now.
You see the bike control she have on those little jumps, you know, like she's like trying to put the bike straight to the ground.
The head's nodding, the shoulders are swinging, the elbows are going. Erice van Leuven heads down the line. Erice van Leuven is going to chalk another win in 2023. She beats Taylor Ostgaard by 5.9 seconds. Erice van Leuven wins in Snowshoe, West Virginia after an unbelievable qualifying session. She backs it up with an absolutely superb race run. There's Cedric Ravenel, her team manager.
What an incredible season she's put together so far.
What a character.
You have to go back to Palar and Sala Andorra for her last win. She's been in the wars of late, but Erice van Leuven back to her spellbinding best here in Pocahontas County, West Virginia.
You know what I would say? Like, I don't know, but when I see her riding, I see a little bit of Valentina Roa.
Yeah, it's not just similar.
In terms of like riding style, aggressivity. That's amazing.
Absolutely fantastic run from Erice van Leuven. Let's get confirmation of the results then. 5.9 seconds the winning margin ahead of the absolutely, has to be said, superb Taylor Ostgaard. Valentina Roa Sanchez is third, the overall leader, ahead of the woman she leads in that competition, Lisa Bouladou. Kale Cushman, an American, second American on the podium. She'll delight the home fans with that one as well. Let's have a look, Cedric.
Look at the replay.
That is very Valley Hole-esque through. It's not just the kit.
Yeah, it's just not all the kit. It's like really a lot of similitude between the two riders. They're aggressive, they take the chance, no overdoing it, just, you know,
really central on the bike like Valley as well.
Pushing the envelope, and what I think is really similar is like she make one piece with the bike as well, like Valentina is doing. She's doing, you know. This is amazing at a young age.
Well, she's down there now. Let's hear from her.
Congratulations, you had an epic qualifying and you backed it up with a run of that quality. Did you know you had that in you today?
No, like, I marked it so many times in my run, and I thought I was gonna like crash so many times in the bottom on the rocks, but somehow I didn't. I think it was Eddie Masters cheering me on that helped a lot when I almost crashed. But yeah, so smoked.
And in the context of securing the overall, how important was this victory in terms of points today?
I mean, at least the others crashed. I don't think I got a shot because I've just crashed out twice, so no points. But I mean, obviously, I'll take a win any day. So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, what a relief, eh? You can see she's stoked, she's happy, she had a great run.
Eddie Masters will be cashing that one in at the bar later on. Valentina Roa Sanchez in here leads the overall Bouladou. That gap out by 5 points now to 15. Van Leuven still third. Leigh Benor is fourth. Sasha Ernest been to fifth. Taylor Ostgaard up into sixth. But yeah, the battle really between those top three. Erice van Leuven, she might need a stroke of luck if she's going to win it, but she's still in the hunt. Well, a full weekend of mountain bike racing here in Snowshoe, West Virginia. Round 7, the UCI Downhill World Cup as we get ready to get underway. The junior men's downhill race. My name is Rick McLaughlin. Joining me in the booth, Cedric Gracia and Aaron Gwynn. Aaron, we're in your it's America time, isn't it?
It's America time, yep. We got the bald eagles going and all that stuff. I've seen some lots of American flags and bell bottoms and all kinds of cool stuff today. So always an awesome crowd here at Snowshoe.
I haven't seen a massive barbecue yet. That's the only thing I miss. You know the barbecues that have wheels on them, that the sort of trailer jobs. I haven't seen one of them yet.
Yeah, we'll be smoking the meats here tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah, I saw some big trucks though already and big flag, like you said. This is so good for European to come to United States, and I had that vibe, you know, when you have the chance to ride in the United States, you always go home and you have like, wow.
Here are the junior standings in the men's. Ryan Pinkerton, a shoe-in, 88 points to the good ahead of Bodie Kuhn. Leo Abey is third. Christian Hauser is fourth. Hugo Marini, fifth. Then it's Mike Leon Hooter, Pontvian, Kiefer, Metcalf and Pelletier. Valke, Jewett, Viardo, Platt, Castellanos Liberal. But this race, really all about Ryan Pinkerton, isn't it? It's kind of, the fish is in the boat.
It's kind of sweating.
Yeah, he's got, I think he can wrap it up today, right? If he has a really good day. Bodie might have to have some issues. I think for Bodie, it's a make or break. You know, he's got to try to win today and hope Pinkerton has an issue. They both looked really good in practice yesterday. I know Bodie, I think, had a little bit of a crash in qualifying. I saw him ride by me about an hour ago, actually, and his whole arm was up his shoulder. So hoping he's good to fight at 100%, but we'll see. This is going to be you know, kind of a make or break day for him.
Max Halchuk will get us underway for Canada in a second. Yeah, Pinkerton, he's won the last three on the bounce, marching his way towards the title with one to go. There's Halchuk, as I say, will get us underway. John Mosel, fantastic last time out in second for the Forbidden Synthesis team. Is in there as well as Mike Leon Hooter, Kimi Viardo, Gavin Tomlinson, Luke Wayman, Dean Jewett, Dom Platt for Continental after another good performance at the last time out for Platt. Hugo Marini, one of the sole survivors of the Commensal Mock-Off squad. Evan Metcalf, Bodie Kuhn, Leo Abey, and then the man himself, Ryan Pinkerton for GT Continental Factory Racing, looking to win a UCI World Cup overall title on home soil. As Bruce Springsteen kicks off in the background, just amping it up even further. But Aaron, there's racetracks that you walk down as an average mountain biker and you think, oh, I'd like a crack at this. This is not one of those.
No, it's even for me, when it starts raining here, I don't know, I go into hiding a little bit. I would say that for a lot of tracks, but man, the rocks here when they get wet are a unique breed. It's the track is, minus that steep section under the lift, is probably one of the flattest, maybe the flattest track on the circuit, but it just has so much going on. It's so hard to see on camera, like how many rocks and roots there are. Like there's no more dirt left at the bottom half of this track. wet, man, the difference between like an inch here or there, watching practice yesterday, it was carnage. Like, you get off by an inch, you hit a rock, you swap out, you hit another one, and then you're flying into the woods full speed. Here we go.
There he is.
Hey,
you know, I thought that was Dakota for a second.
That's his race kit tomorrow. Oh, I got my helmet on there.
Is that you? Is that man got you in a sign? He has.
Oh, boy.
Nice one.
Flexing.
You know, Aaron, like you say, you know, it looked like even the rocks, they put in purpose that don't line up, you know, like too good. Like, that's why your bike is going sideways.
Yep.
Here we go then. Max Halchuk leaves the Star Hut and gets us underway at the UCI Mountain Bike Downhill World Cup.
He's loose in the first turn.
First corner, flat out,
Let's go.
roasting it.
It's junior men's downhill, everyone, as proven by that first corner.
And today, you know, I mean, when you see the result of those juniors in the elite, you know, like it's crazy.
They're
full
closing
on.
in, yeah, for sure. There's a new section of the track this year. They used to go around that. It's I stood there this morning. It's pretty narrow, and there's a couple of routes right before you jump on that. It's one of those sections that's easy unless you get it wrong, and then it goes real bad.
And you have that tree waiting for you at the end of it.
Yeah, waiting to greet
Is still
you.
the inside line there, or?
Yeah, the riders are kind of like squaring up a little bit in the right so they can straight onto the bridge. This section's a lot better this year too. This was thick last year in the mud. Little triple right here. Some of the riders are doing.
Yeah, tripling the whole thing there.
It's a big pull that across that hole.
Yeah, but when you see them doing it, it looks like almost easy.
Yeah.
But when you stand on the rock, it's huge.
Yeah.
Max Halchuk looking very, very good here. But yeah, really difficult, Aaron. You guys been doing with the team in terms of how conditions have changed this week. We started off in the clouds for 4 or 5 days track, and the sun's come out the last couple and dried it slightly, but the really heavily wooded bottom section doesn't get much sunlight, doesn't get much wind through it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I think as the day progresses, the track is going to get a lot better. I think by the time we get into men's elite qualifying here in a few, it's going to get good. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, that looked good.
But yeah, the thing here, I mean, it was pretty good at the end of the day yesterday, and then you go overnight, and it's so humid up here. So much moisture comes back up through the dirt. And then when there's so many riders on practice in the morning, they drag that dirt all over the rocks and they get slick. So the track was actually really hard this morning.
Listen to the noise.
I love that. This is America right there. love it. It's steep there, and it's hard to, you know, to lower the speed. You know, you're on the brakes, you feel like it's clay, and you're just like holding on and waiting for the inside line, or using the full berm.
Have you seen that clip of Danny Hart backing it in sideways into there?
Oh, my. Have you seen the... Oh,
right
no.
there.
Halchuk down hard in the rocks.
That's what I tell you, when you crash here, so many rocks. I saw so many crashes. We saw...
Great to see the medics straight over
right
to
away.
him.
Lanyo here, like broke elbow. I mean, it's so many rocks there, and it's hard to control. And I mean, it's no escape. You know, it's just like flat out. And
you can see right there next to the lady with the red flag, a few of those rocks right as you enter that section are completely off camber, and you need to be pushing the opposite way to hold that line. So it literally sucks you right into kind of the worst case scenario. You got to be real careful on that front end coming in. I can't tell you how many people did that yesterday.
Well, good to see Halchuk up and moving and with the medics as we see Austin Snowshoe.
Yeah, boy. Shout out. This is a local boy I ride with a lot of Windrock. First finals of the year. I know he's stoked. I don't know. Is this him? This might be the wrong name, actually. This is Austin?
You probably know more than anyone else just on the riding style.
Unless he broke a helmet and he's got a different helmet.
It could be Austin Hasley, excuse me, was
outside line there.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of riders doing it, but that corner is really awkward because it's a big route in there.
Your Austin may have been on track whenever that red flag was called, maybe.
Yeah.
So maybe this is Austin Hasley.
Another American.
Somebody was really backing him at dinner the other night. They said he's got every chance of getting on the podium here today. Goes really in the East Coast competitions.
This is one of those tracks, man, that some local guys can really go fast. I was blown away yesterday. We were at the bottom rock section. One of the hardest sections on the track, and the course sweeper came through with a full backpack and everything and hit the gnarliest line. Like only Bruni was hitting it at full speed. I was like, dude.
What do you think here on the double drop? It's better to cut outside and cut it again and avoid a double drop, or just go all around and do the double drop and stay inside? What's your take there?
It's a tricky one, man. We were sitting there timing a bunch yesterday. Even Dakota had kind of a unique line this morning that we were filming, kind of where he was going around the outside. And I think it was actually a little slower. I think he's going to switch it up. That drop is so hard, but you kind of have to do it. So.
It's so steep, it's steep. It's hard to stop the bike, and it's too short to double and too risky.
And it gets worse every year as the hole in the backside gets bigger and those rocks wear away. I think first year that was like a 4-foot drop. Now it's like a 7-foot drop.
Yeah.
Here's that rock section. I was talking about. So hard.
This section is so awkward. I mean, like, I didn't see too many people, you know, hitting that perfectly.
We mentioned it during the junior women's race, Aaron. This track, it feels like it's really about exit speed everywhere. If you're slow on the exits of one of these sections, you're not making it back up again.
Yeah, the straightaways are so long, so if you mess up, I mean, it makes you pay.
Big trip.
Yeah, that was good. Tricky little rut coming out here. Try to miss that last tree on the right. Big sprint to the end.
Throwing pedals out of noise. He's going to come down the line and set our benchmark. Austin Hasley down towards the line, and he will stop the clocks with a free 38.747. So Pinkerton's time yesterday, a free 20.8. Plenty of racing to come. Ryan Griffith then for Pivot Factory Racing from Canada leaves the Star Hut.
How hard it is, you know, to start a track like this when it's quite flat and kind of bike park. You want to keep your momentum, but you cannot just sit there and wait for it. You know, you still need to pedal. This is probably hard, you know, to attack a track like this.
Yeah, this track is almost like two different racetracks. You kind of got this track at the top, which minus a few little sections in here, it's really flat. There's a lot of pedaling, and then right at the end of the flattest section where you're maxed out, you drop into all this, and then you got
7.3 seconds faster, Ryan Griffith, than that time of Austin Hasley.
That's why I wanted to have a take on Aaron, because I see a lot of people are pedaling really hard, and some of them just aggregate, cleaning that corner good, you know, like it just did. Ryan just.
Whoa.
You know, keep the speed.
Bike trying to get out from underneath Ryan Griffith there, and a couple of times he managed to haul it back in again. Aaron, this line is so difficult to get set up onto.
Carry a lot of speed there, though. It was 7 nice. Down. We see what's up on the split number 4. 11 seconds.
11.7.
Whoa!
Ryan Griffiths. Yeah, that little sort of, that right-hander, so difficult. You've got to set up from so far out to get over onto it.
Nicely. Oh!
53.9 kilometers an hour for Ryan Griffith through there as he digs deep and heads down towards the line. Just a gap jump to go now. Then his arrow straight down the line, and down to the hot seat comes Ryan Griffith. 12.9 seconds faster.
That's a good run.
That's a good run, eh? The 25, that's a great run.
That'll work well.
Oh, that last corner was pedaling everywhere. Yeah. Charging.
Vincent Juvenal then for Scott Downhill Factory. First of our French riders today.
Another little new section here this year, a couple flat grass turns.
So cool to have a drone like following, like you can realize the speed.
I saw the guy with the drone yesterday. I was standing at the top of practice first. I think it was the first time he fired that thing up, and he just fired up right through those trees first go, turned around, came back like no big deal. I was like, dude, sketchy.
11.7 seconds back at the first split for Vincent Juvenal, so maybe issue somewhere.
Yeah, 11 seconds, yeah. Something mechanical is looking back. Oh, maybe a lot of issue. I see a lot of people hitting the Ostgaard and maybe bending as well, the chain ring, and it's so many rocks on the side. It's so easy. I saw so many people clipping with the pedal or the crank.
Still goes to the big triple.
Yeah.
Nice.
16 seconds.
16.7.
It was weird watching yesterday because you watch guys hit the exact same line. One guy would flow through it smooth, the next guy would smack a wheel and have a flat tire, and it didn't look like they were doing anything different.
Zach Stratton for the Outlaw United team from Canada. On course now. 3.074 seconds back.
Oh, inside.
I think it worked well. I think it's just bubbled on the exit off it.
Yeah, not bad.
But it looks almost better.
It's so much shorter. It's so gnarly. Like, I can't explain. Like, when you go next to that tree, there's a route that goes down that if you hit the line right, you need to ride down the route. So it's the same width as your tire if you do it just right, and it's blind coming in. So
Whoa!
54 kilometers an hour, nearly out the front door for Zach Stratton. It's not bothered him. Still at work. Zach Stratton heads down towards the line and across at 4.4 back.
Look at the lead.
He's bringing the trees with him.
I'd love to see a replay of that.
How did he save that?
That was absolute
drifting
disaster.
for a long time.
As we see Logan Chapman from Canada, another fast Canadian. Junior men's downhill, so many fast Canadians, fast Americans and fast French riders in it.
9 seconds back on the split,
Yeah,
number 3.
9.7, it's not gone well somewhere.
I think that wood section is going to be so important all weekend, because I think that's where you can win or actually totally lose a race.
Yeah, and you see when you come out of that right there, whatever speed you exit, I mean, that's basically your speed until you get almost to the finish line, at least to the triple. Like, all this is either making you pay or paying off, depending on how you get out of those rocks.
And cleaning those jumps really properly as well.
12 seconds back now for Chapman. Absolutely silky smooth through the triple though.
Because that landing is quite short too. You need to place your bike and just not case it and lose all the speed.
Yeah, it comes up on you quick.
Big off that final
settle.
drop. Air miles from Logan Chapman, stylishly into third, 12 seconds
Well,
back.
he knew it was soft there. That's why he went for it. Like, he didn't want to land on the hole.
There is a big soft patch. They reckon there's a natural spring at exactly where you want to set the bike down there. As Ethan Donohoe from Canada leaves the start on.
Got some fans. Love it. Man, this new group of Canadians, U.S. kids, French riders, like you were saying, it's crazy. They all have like these little squads they roll with. There's like 5 or 6 of them. They all race together back at home. It seems like they're all just pushing each other all the time. This next generation is going to be cool.
Yeah,
10.4 seconds back for Donohoe.
This is cool, you know, that's why you push your limit with your friends sometimes, you know, like it's always cool to have a crew like this to just make you better. 10 seconds back on the split, number 4.
Oh, what we're going to see here.
Look at straight into the tree.
Oh, yeah.
I was standing there yesterday.
I think the saddle went straight into something else.
Inside line, you're right.
Yeah, so many people were doing that. It sucks you out into that outside tree if you go.
Luca Furlow from Great Britain, first British rider for Muck Off Young Guns. Young man with a lot of talent from the UK, will be used to these sorts of conditions, and he's 0.3 of a second in touch at the third split.
That's what you say. It's kind of similar of the bike park where Danny Hart is riding the
Wet and awkward is what you're saying.
Exactly.
This is looking good. I think this might be close.
Yeah, he's pushing hard and hard gear.
UK riders, pretty familiar, the East Coast stuff here. Lots of roots, lots of rock, lots of rain. So he's 9/10 now at the fourth split, Furlow, but he's on course for the hot seat. Yeah.
I like the way he's not overdoing it too. He's like doing
Keeps
it
the bike on the
properly.
ground,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's going to pay for sure.
Third down to the line. What's he going to stop the clock at? 3:25. Goes fastest.
I mean, that's quite a bit of a time there.
0.4 of a second.
The paddling was perfect, and the connection of the double was mint.
The double looked fast there.
It looked so clean and easy when he did it.
Yeah, I think you get that second backside. You get a good pump.
Nathan Pontvian, the European champion then. What can he do? We're hearing that it's good so far.
Oh, you see that?
Using every millimetre of the track. Nearly collects the tree on the way through there.
He almost tapped the tree. What?
I heard one of the local boys did a front tire tap off that tree on purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I want his autograph.
You can have that one.
3.7 seconds faster.
Awesome.
Split 4.
Let's
Junior
go.
downhill is just going through the roof this season. Mountain Bike World Cup clears that home. Nathan Pontvian down to the line, and the French go into the lead. 3.3 seconds, Cedric.
3:22. The European champion. Oh,
That's a big time from Pontvian.
oh, he was looking great. And by the way, when people crank and they have the perfect gearing, makes such a big difference compared to the people overspinning or harder gear or.
John Mosel for Forbidden Synthesis then, from Canada. Second last time out in Leger. And if you can come second in Leger, you can do pretty much anything you want on a push bike. What can the Canadian do today?
Outside line there, you see that big rat? It looked like that corner being pushed away like a little bit.
Mosel.
Oh, what happened?
You got something going on.
A crank
Yeah.
gone or a free
No,
hook
he
gone?
have the 2 crank, but maybe the clips? No.
Yeah, something with the cassette. Looks
Maybe
like
a
every time
free
he
hub.
pedals,
Yeah,
something's
yeah.
letting loose. Maybe the hub.
Oh,
weird
disappointment
one.
for Mosel. 8.4 back, but clearly
goes
with a
for it.
mechanical.
Yeah, double.
Here's what happened.
Inside line. Oh, whoa.
Man, he was committed.
He's lucky to be rolling after that one.
He didn't touch too much the brakes there into the right corner. Full speed.
Mike Leon Hooter then. This machine, the Gammets, should gobble up all this rock and root, but whether or not it's going to be fast, we'll have to wait and see.
I love to see the body position like this, you know. You see the way they work, you know, the corner like they do in skiing, pushing with the pedals. This is nice to see with the drone. We don't see often like footage like that.
Yeah, the drone, man, has changed the game. Like, I wish we would have had that earlier on. It's so hard to ever watch yourself ride, and when you got the drone footage, it's pretty...
6.8 back for Mike Leon Hooter, though, from Switzerland.
Yeah, had a hard time on those wood section where it's going to be key today.
Kind of see the difference in riders down here too. This track is so physical because it's so flat. Really makes you work for it. When you drop into that last split, you see the guys that are kind of hanging on and the guys.
Oh, here we go. That's what happened.
Oh, whoa, whoa!
And ride the ball though. Made it.
I took that as a result, man. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, no problem. Is it?
Belt drive that thing, yeah.
I was looking at the pedal. I was thinking it was on flats.
Kimi Viardot then, from France for K-Bike.
He proved many times he's capable, but he needs to link everything though today to be able to be at the top.
Yeah, he was 5th last time in Léger, Viardot. Big race that, of course, for the French riders. What can he do across the pond? Viardot's made a fast first split, but he shipped 3.6 seconds now at the 4th on the number 17 bike.
Double there. Oh, no, yeah, that's okay. Lend a little bit manual there, over jumped the first double. 54.1 kilometers on it.
54 kilometers an hour on the exit of that window then. Comes down the line nice and cleanly with a 326.4 into 4th place. Not bad in terms of overall points as things stand for Viardot. Next up, Gavin Tomlinson from the USA. Big race for all these American riders. Aaron, there's not been enough UCI World Cup racing in the States, but 9.3 seconds back for Tomlinson, but this is the biggest one of the year for these riders, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a good one, man. I think Gavin's from SoCal, kind of around where I'm at, so these are definitely tricky conditions.
Way.
He was really good at the second split. I wonder if he had a crash or something up there. He must have.
Oh, lost the front
Tomlinson down.
Man.
It's greasy there.
Yeah.
Those corners are so greasy. Like you say, some of the rocks are off camber in the opposite way you want to go. It's so hard.
Sweet jump back to the top then. Luke Wayman from New Zealand for the Alliance. First of the flying Kiwis we've seen today.
No gloves.
Wayman charging through there. I think I'd want gloves in absolutely every pad the bike shop could sell me.
I'm like, I know it feels good riding with no gloves, but no.
No.
Yeah, nowhere good to land if you crash here, that is for sure.
Yeah, that's why I see a lot of trouble yesterday. Right? This little section there is so awkward.
Yeah,
I
so
did good
hard.
there. Carry speed.
It's crazy too, because this track just gets, until that point, harder and harder and harder, and the very last section is like the absolute hardest part of the whole track. So it's like, as you're getting more tired, as you're getting further down the hill, the track just keeps coming at you.
It's a sort of the top of it as well. It's sort of an awkward speed in a downhill bike, isn't it? Wow, nice.
He did the reverse, like he absorbed the first jump and double in the
It's a
middle.
cool section. You can like double, you can roll, double, roll.
New Zealand.
Remind me a little bit of motocross, different.
Into the hot seat.
And goal action for Wayman. 4 seconds back on Ponviano. There is your current hot seat leader.
Usual suspects sitting in the hot seat.
This is something I love to see as well. You know, you see them racing with the helmet on, you're like, oh, they take the helmet off. The kids.
Just kids, I know.
This guy, Ro Ostgaard, though, from Israel, has been lighting up the timing screens all weekend.
Oh, nice.
8th in quali yesterday for the young Israeli.
That's great result.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had somebody from there up there up front? That's
Yeah,
cool.
he's I actually had dinner with Noga Karem, the enduro rider from Israel recently, and she was talking this guy up. She said they just can't keep him off the bike, but super smooth through there, Cedric.
Yeah, you see that? It used basically the bird to jump out over that rock. We didn't see too many people doing that.
Ostgaard.
Goes deep on the first one.
Deep on the first one, 5.2 back at 4, but just
There we go.
Oh,
Deep for it.
he's giving.
great to see him at the races and just getting faster and faster every time he gets on the bike. 6th place currently for Ostgaard.
Hey, he had some interesting line at the top. Like I saw a couple of people, like I saw Ineguez, Estac doing couple line at the top.
Dean Jewett for Pivot Factory Racing from Canada.
Oh, charging the first corner, pedaling.
Yeah, another Jewett brother, another Pivot Factory Racing employee. That junior division of that squad just going faster and faster with every race.
Yeah, this is part of that crew I was talking about. All these boys all push each other, all going fast. Everybody's hooking that outside. I want to see somebody try to get inside.
Yeah, I want to see the inside. Looks a little bit better, but you have to brake a little bit more before.
Nice. That's what you need through here. This section is important to carry speed into this section.
You can actually see it, Aaron. You can see it on screen how much speed he carried through there.
It's a bit of risk. It's a lot of risk on even your bike because you land so hard in big rocks, but if it pays off, it's good. Yeah, I was going to say, he's reeling them in
paying,
here.
yeah, it's paying because he took some risk.
It's all right.
Where it was difficult.
It's not one of Bernard's expensive prototypes. It's one of the older bikes. It's not too bad. You can risk it. 55.9 kilometers an hour through the speed trap for Dean Jewett, the Canadian. Turns right, heads for the line. Look how hard he's the gas. Is he going to go fastest? Dean Jewett.
Be close.
Crosses the line in second. A second off Nathan Pontvian. So Pontvian extremely fast in that last split.
Yeah, he pulled back over a second, I think, in that last split. That's going to be strong down there.
Let's get back up to the top then for Castellanos Liberal. That looked fast to me through there.
I was with him this morning and his dad, you know, it's awesome to see dad being the mechanic, the cooker, the mentor, everything, and the relation they have together.
Pay for the flights.
Yeah, pay for the flight, on sponsor, and the dad was so cool, you know, like, he's happy to be here, the kid is really happy, they have a good relationship, it's awesome to see.
Just half a second back though, he was fast. Look how fast Castellanos Liberal has gone down there.
Oh, the Spaniard is charging there.
Yeah, he was hanging it out down here yesterday when I was watching him. If he can hold this together, this could be pretty good.
Yeah, look, that looks good and fast to me.
Nice.
Look, that exit speed.
He was third in Leogang towards Startley here. Stamps on the pedals, gets the head down.
Oh, yeah.
2.4 seconds.
Woohoo!
Absolutely superb for that rock section, wasn't he?
Yeah, you see that momentum, man, that it's so flat in those rocks. If you can just keep that average speed up a little bit, it really pays off.
Fast through there.
He's going to pay the Ramon tonight.
Castellanos Liberal then. A new hot seat time. Tucks down low below the bars. He goes faster. And more importantly, he goes faster than that qualifying time of Ryan Pinkerton from yesterday. Castellanos Liberal. That was a race run.
And you know it's a good run. I mean, his best result was third, I think, this year. Like, look at that.
That's a good run.
It's super aggressive, but the right way.
They're coming thick and fast now. Milan Falke for Pink Bike Racing. This is that time of this time of the weekend where 2.2 seconds fastest for junior men's kicks off, isn't it?
Oh, he's in the green.
3.5 now for Milan Falke.
3.5, that's quite a bit of time.
Aaron, there's loads of time up there for Lowesville to take the risks, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. It's this is that section, man. It looked like he was losing a little bit of speed in there compared to that other guy. We'll see where this puts him. He's holding on to it good.
Oh, a couple cranks there in the middle on the road. When you cross the road, you had time to put two hard.
So easy to clip a pedal.
Yeah, that was good.
So easy to clip a pedal amongst all those rocks and let it end in disaster. But the French national champion hanging over the front axle, 1.3 seconds faster now on that big Santa Cruz V10.
Aaron was right, you know, like it was a little bit not looking as good as the Spaniard.
56.5 kilometers an hour through the speed trap. Milan Falke dips the head, starts pedaling, heads down, but is he at Milan Falke from France? This is going to be close, crosses the line with a free. Free goes fastest. 7/10 of a second.
What end of the last wood, like the last wood section.
We spend so much time this year talking about how tight the time gaps are in the elite men's. The juniors are every bit as tight as well. Don Platt now for Continental Afferton from the UK leads the start hop.
Look at the drone. trying to catch the rider.
13th last time out for Don Platt, a rider. He's had issues throughout the season. We've maybe not seen the best of him yet, but gets crossed up on the landing there.
Yeah, still greasy there. It looked like it's back, but still a little bit greasy. I don't know if it's a dirt, like kind of a clay dirt.
Tell you what, Aaron, your mate, the drone pilot, is earning his money today, trying to keep up with Don Platt. Let's watch him through this big rock section then.
2.4 back on the split number 3.
Platt on the 15 bike, the Atherton.
Interesting
machine.
line there.
Yeah, I was able to hold the right.
Yeah.
That right side's a little rougher coming in, but it kind of lines you up a little better to get to the outside of that tree.
Really clean rider to watch, isn't he, Platt? 2.1 now, so he has found some time back on that third split.
Yeah, looks solid.
UK national champion sleeve. Looking good as Platt heads down towards bottom of track, 56.2 kilometers of an hour. Heads down, spends so much time riding with Charlie Hatton, Andreas Cole. Platt heads down towards the line. Is it going to be good enough? Don Platt goes into third by 1.9 seconds from Milan Falke. Falke holds on.
Interesting line there on the double, but before that you can keep the inside or use a little bit of the berm. And we see people using the berm, people taking the inside. I don't know what it's fastest.
5 to go. Hugo Marini gets us off and running in the top 5 fastest junior downhill riders in the world. Comments.
Do you see that?
Boys.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, not
Gotta
nice to
regroup
see.
from that one, yep.
Yeah,
Keep it
guys,
on.
be careful. This is dangerous.
Marini.
As well for the rider, you know, like you see that, you already like lose
This
concentration.
is, I think Hugo was fastest first split yesterday too, so one of the few guys to be able to go faster than Pinkerton at the top.
He's been really enjoying himself, getting to know Dylan Maples and that Commissar Mokov squad, their wild card rider in the elites.
Oh, nicely done there. He kept the inside all the way and he jumped that route into the right corner. That was pretty clean to me, and it's 4 seconds back on the split number 3.
4.8 back for Marini.
Looks a little,
He's
yeah, he's
suffering
got
there.
some-
Oh, yeah, something wrong. Oh, flat, no.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe rattling around.
Slow on the way out of that. I wonder. No, stands up all right and gets going again.
No flat. Look, a real shot.
Yeah.
Look like a lot of
He's had some
turbulence.
kind of issue,
14.
yeah.
Yeah, look like
back,
a lot of turbulence on the back wheel.
Wonder if there's just something mechanical going on with that Commissar for Marini. Well, if it wasn't for bad luck, they'd have no luck at all this year. The Commissar Mokov.
Looks like he's maybe
my
stuck
riding
in a big
addiction.
gear.
Yeah, maybe he's just Marini down the line. 14, 15.3 back.
Into 4th place. Yeah, so it's at 14th, it looks like. Excuse me. Yeah.
Weird one. Yeah. I mean, he gave up 10
there's
seconds in that
14.
split. but it doesn't-
Yeah, there you go.
This could be a big one.
This could be a big one indeed. Evan Metcalf from the USA for Evolve Racing.
Yeah, even the drone have a hard time to keep up with him.
He was 0.3 off a second in touch at the first split. So Metcalf motoring here.
This is really hard there. It's off camber with a big compression. I stayed there like for 20 minutes yesterday, and so hard.
This man was third last time out in Léger. Currently 9th in the overall with 2 rounds to go.
Squashes the triple.
Yeah, it's Christian. Yeah, it just
looks
like
smooth.
let down. Yeah.
Hard to tell. It looks like he's maybe trying to save some energy. No, he's good.
Yeah,
Looks
3/10
good.
as I say in touch at the first split.
This is a hard section, man. You got to. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
pedaling at all.
No,
It's like
he-
something's happened.
He's cruising.
The track
Look
here,
like it.
track here in Snowshoe, West Virginia. 1.8 seconds back, really taking its toll on machinery today.
He was not cruising anymore there.
Yeah, outside line there.
Yeah,
that one's
1.8.
scary, man. So committed to hit that little rut outside.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's nice. Got this section.
Into this really steep section. That right-hander, the bottom of this comes at you from 2 counties over. Metcalf, look clean through there though.
Yeah, got a little inside in that right, so he didn't stall up so much.
Yeah.
This is a weird run for me. I'm like,
I can't tell. It's going to be one or the other, isn't it?
he's riding so good, but I'm like, boy, we got to get you on the pedals. We got some time to get. He's so good.
I told you he's a 10th of a
So
second
good,
faster
yeah.
in the first split.
Yeah, maybe he was just like saving it for now when
Yeah.
it counts.
Evan Metcalf luring the commentary box into a full sense of security.
No, but that's so smart though. Every energy count on that section because it's a long one.
That commensal sitting in that big compression there.
Oh, he's looking good though.
Yeah, man, he looks so smooth through that technical stuff. So
the exit speed was
gonna have to get on the gas here.
Nice pedaling. He's heard you now, Aaron. Evan Metcalf.
Oh, yeah,
1.9 seconds faster in 4th split.
What a smart ride so far, being able to cruise at the top and just nail it when you have to.
Almost Josh Bryceland-esque.
I know,
We can't work out what it is, but it's fast.
Effortless.
I imagine he'll probably lose a little time here in the last split, but
nearly 2
I think he's got enough.
Evan Metcalf from the USA heads down the line. Evan Metcalf goes fastest in Snowshoe, West Virginia by 1.6 seconds.
That was brilliant.
A little bit of Jet Lawrence going on. Seems like he's cruising around while he's smoking everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, oh, easy, easy. I think it.
Well, there's just 3 up to the top. This man, Bodie Kuhn, is one of the fastest in the business. Trek Factory Racing Gravity Star back in action after that layoff with a concussion injury. Still mathematically at least in the hunt for the overall title. What can the Canadian do today?
He's got to go get it today. This is going to be it if he wants to stay in this title.
Yeah,
it's 2 left.
It's 2. I mean, 2 race.
He's such a huge talent, isn't he?
He's so good. Such a nice kid, too. I love watching him ride. Him and Loris really look similar on the bike, too. Such good technique. He's had a rough go these last few races, though. Some big crashes, some injuries.
So he's within a second at the top, and as we saw from Evan Metcalf, that doesn't mean anything inside.
But it's the funny thing, like you say, with Loris Vergier, they don't even look like they're trying. And this one sometimes is hard to understand. You know, they're like, it's so clean, it almost looks slow, but at the end, the timing tells the truth.
Yeah, so precise.
I think if you looked that up in the dictionary, you'd find Evan Metcalf's run.
Yeah, I know. I'm still scratching my head on that. I don't know whether to high-five him or be like, hey, bro, we got to get you on some training program.
1.7 seconds back, though. Bodie Kuhn, the man second in the overall at the minute.
Losing some time so far on the split number 2.
Yeah, I mean, it was a slim hope that he could overtake Ryan Pinkerton here this weekend to put himself back in contention for that overall title, but absolutely brilliant through there, Kuhn.
I love the way it's like the 2 really options there. Like either you keep the inside all the way and then you get the inside on that big berm, or you open up and rail that big berm.
Well, there's 2 to go after Bodie Kuhn. I'm not counting them out yet, but 1.7 seconds is a lot to get back.
That corner is so awkward, eh?
Yeah, this whole section through here is really awkward. Evan rode this stuff so good. Yeah, it's going to be hard to...
5.7 back, Bodie. Yeah, maybe just still feeling a little beaten up after the crash earlier in the week.
Yeah, now, and especially in the...
Yeah, curious how he's feeling, man. He had a lot of tape on that arm about an hour ago.
It's like, man,
you say
so, yeah.
Hard track to hold on to down here because it just keeps getting rougher.
Bodie Kuhn.
You see the leaves.
On the number 2 bike for Trek Factory Racing Gravity.
Yeah, you need to be 100% on that track, especially there, you know, when it's so bumpy. And I mean, those rocks, there's just like sharp edges, you know. You're going through this, it's like going through hell.
But such a big talent. Plenty more championships to come for this young man. I know it's not always easy to realize that at the time. 10.6 seconds back.
Yeah, I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, regardless of how this ends up.
He's got a good head on his shoulders, hasn't he? Smart kid.
Bodie
Kuhn coming down the line there. What is he going to stop the clock at? He goes 11th with an 11.6 second gap back from that fastest time.
2 riders to go.
Yeah, you could see he's hurt.
Sitting on our
currently, Evan Metcalf leads the way, but we've 2 to go here. Next up, Abea from France, riding for Commensal Les Or. Tell you, wherever Cedric Ravenel is finding these young riders.
Yeah, strong team. I mean, like, wow, in every category, someone is there.
And they're all so technically strong for young riders. If they come through the Ravenel camp, they are well prepared.
Yeah, exactly, when especially Ravenel is chasing you and telling you to go faster.
I've seen him run downhill tracks, you know, he's probably as fast as me on foot.
Yeah. And I mean, like, she looked fun like this, but when it's training time, she's not really friendly. She's like, oh yeah, get back to work.
Leo Abea, 0.6 seconds back though, but he is a man who sits third in the overall at the start of this weekend.
We saw on a different line there. Like, I like the riders are thinking outside the box too, like, you know, trying different options.
Yeah, he won in that weather-affected race in Leogang. Absolutely superb effort. and he's been right in amongst it really all this year. Only Pinkerton and Kuhn sort of
different line there.
0.6, so he stayed in touch.
Yeah, you see, he was not singing in the inside. He was kind of in the middle of the track.
He's been consistent this year too. I was looking at his results. I don't know if he'd missed the first round or just scored no points. I think he won the second one, and he's, I think, the only rider that's been able to stay in the top 10 every race since then. For a junior to see the consistency is definitely good. That's hard to do.
That's especially at a young age like this, to be able to perform in every race around the globe and be there all the time. That means a lot. Oh, that's good there.
Gapped across that beautifully, Leo Abea.
Evan was so good down here. It'll be interesting to see how this go a little timid into there, but
I don't know about you, I'm still trying to work that run out from Metcalf. It didn't look like he was trying, but it was so fast.
Yeah, cruising sometimes.
4.2 back for Abea. So
flat tire, you see that? It was like, the bike was sideways. He flat it a little bit earlier. We heard.
Oh, no.
Oh, I think we're going to see, I hope, the replay, because he landed on that rock and it went super quick.
There's only so much you can ask, and in this place, it is finding bikes out. 4.2 back at the third split for Leo Abea with a puncture.
And I was almost like, okay, we didn't see too many punches so far, and boom.
There's all sorts of systems of protection you can have in these bikes now, but there is nothing that can prepare you for the hatchet head rocks here and Snowshoe. It's tough, isn't it? Tough on machinery.
Yeah, especially as it keeps drying out. You know, especially like once the race runs start, there's bigger gaps between riders than on practice where there's so many people on track. So it gives the rocks a chance to actually start drying, speeds start picking up, and then that tire pressure, maybe what you were running in practice, starts to get a little soft. You're pushing a little harder, smashing into those rocks. The flat tires kind of start to happen. But you know what this means?
Here he comes.
We got an American that's going to win this either way.
Hey,
Ryan Pinkerton leaves the start.
You see the start. I think he clipped the crank or something.
So this man on his way to the UCI World Cup overall title as it stands, Ryan Pinkerton. He would love to make it 4 on the bounce here, though.
Remind me someone.
Not that. The guy sat beside us.
When I see the position, the determination, and how hard she pushed, remind me someone on my right here.
Full attack all the time. I don't think I've ever seen Ryan ride a bike slow, ever.
He told us earlier in the week that he's perfectly within his comfort zone, and that's what's scary.
He seems to be solid. He'll have a big crash occasionally, but it seems like this second part of the season, he's really put.
Well, Valdesole Trentino, when he had that crash, got back on. He's gone faster here. He wants to win this. Ryan Pinkerton, 600ths of a second in the green.
You're going to see Ryan too. I mean, he gets those pedals in. Even when he's coasting, he's tucked a little bit. Like, he's really kind of working for those inches. It's what you need. Training with Brian Lopes, I know they put a lot of work in over the offseason.
2 seconds. 2 seconons faster now for Pinkerton.
That's the difference. You know, you see Evan and kind of where he's going through there. He's so smooth, but when you look at these guys that are really battling for those little bits of time, you got to have that.
But then, Aaron, it's exactly your way. When you're racing, when I look at you, you look like that. Like, it looks like nothing can disturb you. You're in your zone. It doesn't matter what happened around. You just didn't care.
Well, he has battled all season long for the UCI World Cup overall title for junior men's downhill, and he fancies winning it with his 4th win on the bounce.
You see the way he's playing with the limit. It's awesome. This is skill.
So he's lost a bit of time, but he's still 0.8 of a second in the green.
Going to be interesting. Metcalf was so strong through here. Ryan's looking good.
A lot of conversations going on about where this man will be riding next season.
Wow, I think a lot of riders. Whoa!
Emergency push-up right in the middle of that.
Yeah, no problem though. Outside line there, that's quick.
This is that moment too, when you know you got a title on the line and you just got to have a solid ride, and you're almost to the bottom of the track. It's really hard to keep pushing yourself.
He's pushing through
look how hard it again.
We got a race.
Some time.
It's going to be
It's
close.
4/10 back though. It's gone away, but I think that was more than Metcalf pedalled in his whole run. Pinkerton. He's in a fight here, but he's on his way to the overall title, crucially. Ryan Pinkerton just needs to get that big GT to the line.
57.
He's going to be strong down here.
Ryan Pinkerton down the line. Ryan takes the win and takes the UCI World Cup overall title in the process. Look at what it means to the young American. America on top in Snowshoe, West Virginia. Metcalf is second.
Way to to go, boys.
That's what we want to see.
Aaron, you won in Wyndham before, in one of the last times the UCI World Cup was here. Tell us what is going on between this young man's ears right now.
No better feeling, man. Winning at home, championship at home. I know how hard this kid has worked the last year. He kind of had to overcome a lot of adversity early in the season, some big crashes, disappointment at World Champs. This one's got to feel good, man. He earned that one. That was awesome.
Has cemented his place as one of the hottest properties.
Yeah, pre-hop over that last jump. So that's fighting for that little bit, man. That's the difference. Yep.
And that's what's impressive about that run. That's a win when there was a title on the line.
And Aaron, you was the inspiration for those young kids. And when I see this, I'm like, everyone wants to be the new Aaron Green.
It's so cool.
And Aaron Green is back soon. Then this is what I want to see. New generation, older generation. But we have a lot of egos on track soon.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So cool to see. Seen Ryan since he was such a little kid. I mean, he's still kind of a kid, but to see him, the progress he's made these last few years, really when he decided to really get serious about the training and go all in, man, he's one of those kids, you can see it in his eyes, like he will leave no stone unturned. He's going to go after there and get it, not afraid to work hard.
Celebrates with a big horse, Cam Cole.
And I like the way he's not afraid as well to say he's confident and he feel like he's riding good and he's strong and he's going to win. This is awesome.
Here's confirmation of the results then. Pinkerton takes the win and the title by 0.3 of a second. Milan Falke, 1.9 seconds back of that time in third. Then Castellanos Liberal, Platt, Ponvian, Jewett, Thurlow, Griffith. Kimi Viardot was 11th. Bodie Kuhn back in 12th, what could have been. Ro Osfeldt, what a ride from the Israeli, up in 13th for a UCI World Cup. Mike Leon Hooter, Zach Stratton, Tomlinson, Marini, Mosel, further back than he would have liked with that mechanical. Austin Hazley. Let's hear from Ryan.
To remember for Ryan Pinkerton, a win at home, but also a result which means you've secured the overall title once again. Can you put into words how you're feeling right now?
Honestly, I can't believe it. Like, I was so nervous at the top. I didn't ride to like how I've been in the past couple races. I was a little timid. Got real tight at the bottom, but I'm so happy to do it. Like, one of my dreams since I was a little kid to do this, so it's amazing.
And we know it's very much a team effort, and you're here in front of your home fans. What have you got to say to the team and the fans today?
Thanks for the team and thanks to the fans for supporting me. You guys are awesome, like literally the best. USA.
Big celebrations today?
Big celebrations.
Enjoy, well done.
Thank you.
Well, you wouldn't have been able to see that, but during the interview, Aaron did tear his shirt off in a Hulkamania style with pride. Here's confirmation of the title standings then. Bodie Kuhn is second to Ryan Pinkerton by 130 points. Leo Abeo is third. Currently in the overall, Christian Hauser's fourth, Evan Metcalf fifth. What a run from him. Ponvian, Leon Hooter, Marini, Falke, Jewett. As we head to the last round in Canada, one to play, and it's still so tight outside of that win from Pinkerton. Don Platt's 11th, Castellanos Liberal, what a run from him today. Henry Kiefer, Pelletier, Viardot, Griffith, Juvenal, Mosel and Lanyo in 19th currently.
Nice pronouncing those names, that's not easy.
I try, man. But this man tried that a little bit harder. Number one plate, overall vest on. He said he rode tight at the bottom. He pre-hopped that massive gap.
You could see it. I mean, compared to how fast he was smashing through those rocks in practice, is what I'm saying. When you know you got a championship that's on the line and the run's going good, you get those thoughts in your head like, don't mess it up now. Maybe you back up a little bit, but yeah, he was able to push to the line. That was a good ride.
Love those replays. You see the tires, like, this is mountain biking right there.
Well, let's take a look at the rest of the weekend has in store for us then. After a breathless day of junior downhill racing. Later on this evening then, 10:30 Central European time for the cross-country short track women. And then the men's race at 11:05. Tomorrow, all about downhill. The semi-finals for the women getting underway. 4:45 Central European time. Then the semi-finals for the men. And the finals for the women from 7 o'clock onwards, followed by the men. Sunday's all about cross-country Olympic, starting with the followed by the elite riders. I tell you, if they're all as good as that one,
it's going to be tight racing. I mean, And the crowd, just wait for the crowd. Just Saturday and Sunday is going to be, I mean, crazy. I don't think we're going to even hear each other.
Well, we are going to take a break now and go and try and find the biggest barbecue we can find. I've been Rick McLaughlin, he's been Aaron Gwynn, he's been Cedric Gracia. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to tune in this evening for the cross-country short track. Another belter awaits. Thanks very much, everyone.